Peter Parker pickled a pack of pickled parolees. For Peter ponders. Where's the ponders in that sentence? Flipped it right for Genesis. Ladies and gentle people. What? That says Peter Parker. What do I have to do with Peter Parker? Ow. Ladies and gentle people, joys of mortals, and any other lovely creatures, welcome on in. It's great to see you. It is amazing to see you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let me lower the music volume a little bit. Thank you very much, you absolute legendary joys of human beings, for tuning in today. I am so freaking excited for this game. I love this game so much. I think I have hundreds of hours in it. Multiple playthroughs. I think we did all the endings back in the day. One after the other, really. Not even from saves. No, actually, I think I did 2 endings from 1 save. But other than that, I basically just restarted and did the whole thing again. I love this game so much. One of the best role-playing games, period. Honestly, I think it's definitely my top 10 games of all time. And yes, it needs the unofficial patch to function properly. Duh. You know where you get it absolutely installed right from the get-go, by the way? From GOG. If you buy the game from GOG, GOG.com, hashtag not sponsored, hashtag I should be. If you buy the game there, you can, straight from the get-go, have the unofficial patch installed. I think it's even the plus version for some reason, but you can configure that. But I think it's the plus version, if I'm not mistaken. Which, you know, some people are like, oh, they love vanilla more, so there's a unofficial patch without the plus version that just fixes bugs and various things in the game. But unofficial patch plus installation that is restoring cut content and stuff like that. And some of that content, you know, it's not fully finished, so yeah, it would be a little bit out of place. There was a reason they were cut, although the reason is more than likely the freaking horrific development time. I don't know why most of these games, which are amazing and becoming cult classics, are many times having so rough development periods. It is so sad to see. Just imagine. And that's why I especially don't understand why we didn't get a 20-year anniversary edition or a 20-year remake even from this game last year. Originally, I thought that they wished, maybe that was in the talks, that maybe Bloodlines 2 would release on the 20th anniversary. Oh, one could dream. Sadly, it didn't happen, but they say Bloodlines 2 is coming 2025. I am on the fence about it. I'm very much eager to look at it. If it's just mediocre, I would still love it. Like, if it can replicate the atmosphere of the original game, that would be amazing, right? Big hype indeed. GOG is the GOAT? Exactly. GOG is so amazing, man. I love them so much. And you get all the installers, you can burn it to an M disk, so it's literally good for hundreds of years for you. No DRM. I just love GOG. I think GOG is amazing. And they have cloud saves. I think the only thing I like in Steam compared to the GOG is the controller support. I think Steam API has that built-in controller configuration thing that you can literally just plug in any type of controller to your computer, and then you can set up what Steam is emulating on it. So you can just, any game that you can play keyboard and mouse only, even older games, you can just try to fiddle and configure it for your controller. That is amazing. That is hands down amazing. Although that could be easily done nowadays. So I hope that GOG might actually do that too. I think it's just much more accessibility if nowadays people just oh, I can actually play it with a controller. Or I can configure it immensely. I love it. And if you take a look, if you go to a game on Steam and right click and then set up the controller, you would be amazed how many different layers of the configuration there is. Like you can literally have shift keys kind of on the controller, like holding certain buttons change completely what other buttons do. It's amazing. So you can do pretty complex things on a controller as well, which I love. I just like in general. Even though I'm a keyboard and mouse player usually, I like the idea of having that. So lovely people, joys of mortals. We're gonna do something fun today. We should play together? Yes, please. Can I recommend a game we should play together? Yes, please. Yes, please. I mean, I still want to play Planet Crafter. We should definitely play Planet Crafter together. 55 Genesis. I love that. True, Steam nailed it there. Yeah, exactly. I think Steam did a very good job with the controller support. Repo? I was looking at it recently. I like what I see. Yeah, Repo is a pretty good... But 55 Genesis, you are not that much into horror. Isn't that the case? I fear you didn't want to play Phasmophobia because you felt that is a bit too much. Isn't Repo very similar to Phasmo? Or is it too cartoonishly janky? Not but the game has real comedic possibilities. So has Lethal Company. And also, what is that other one? Which is also like very, very much comedic. Oh, I forgot. If it pops back, I will tell you. But there are some games like that, yeah. So Repo is much more comedic by the look of it than Phasmo. I kind of like it how Phasmophobia is still like the king of these things, which is interesting to me. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's so interesting how much unbalanced the player base is between these games. Actually, Lethal Company was doing pretty good back in the day. I don't know how it is doing right now, but it must be very good still. I played those two. They are cartoony. Phasmo is a little too realistic, as fake as it is. I don't know how much I wouldn't call it realistic, but I see what you are trying to get to, I think. Because it's very much like the lighting and the ghost itself, the flashlights and everything could be very much... They're trying to have that atmosphere of, oh my god, I'm in a ghost hunter team. Repo freaks me out too. Oh, there you go. There you go. Phasmo relies on the people to be funny. Funny is built into Repo. Okay, well, I like the idea. I like my horror games to be horror games rather than funny, to be honest. Like one of my gripes with Phasmophobia is actually that people are not taking it seriously, to be honest. Like I love it. I love it when a team of hunters, ghost hunters, take it seriously. In any game, really. But especially with those. What is this? What is this shady? You see the camera is struggling with everything. Look at this. Like, I have a red face apparently. But no, I don't. I do. I don't. It is so unnerving how shit this camera is. Absolute feces. It's interesting. Alright, but yeah, lovely people. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. We should quiet down a little bit. Silence! Not you, lovely people. You can type all the way anything you want to. The dev team of Repo for Repo cracks me up too. What did they do? What did the Repo dev team do? But yes, back to the original idea. Yes, I would be definitely down to play some Repo. I've seen some good things. I've heard them. English has stopped responding. Do you wish to restart the process? Yes, please. We need English. We don't need the preview though. That's great. Are we getting... Oh no, that's amazing. Let's start the game. So lovely people, we are playing Vampire the Masquerade. We are starting it right now. It's gonna be fantastic. It is gonna be wonderful. It is going to be absolutely lovely. New character. I have a character in mind, so we're gonna do that. Oh my goodness, the time is horrible. Yeah, I know. Thank you, thank you. Let me know if it is being captured and or not. We'll see about that. I should see it on the side monitor as well, but whatever. Just let me know if it is wonderful or not. So we are playing the Clan Quest mode, by the way, lovely people. The only two modes we have is pretty much the unofficial patch, which is part of Clan Quest, by the way, so you can just have it in one installer. The only thing I did, I could post a guide for this, because what I did is, since the Clan Quest mode was last updated in, I think, in 2019, I'm not sure about that, but I think it's 2019. So because of that, the built-in unofficial patch is back multiple major versions. So what I did is I installed the unofficial patch, a newer version, on the base game. It was actually an update because from GOG again, you get the unofficial patch, a certain version, right from the get-go. And I installed the Clan Quest mode to a separate folder and then just moved the CQM, the Clan Quest mode folder, into the main folder of the game. We can talk about this, or I can show you later. It's fairly straightforward. So the Clan Quest mode is installed, but it's actually using the newer version of the unofficial patch stuff that is in there. So it should be okay. Hopefully there's not gonna be any... I followed a guide. Hopefully it's not gonna be any horrible incompatibilities. I love this Clan Quest mode having all these clan symbols up and down floating. I gotta do a ton of chores today, so I'll be here when I can be. Oh yeah, I know that Sunday is not necessarily the best day to stream. I wonder what do you think, lovely people? Actually, no, what do you think, lovely people? What is the day that you can conveniently watch a live stream the most? And again, conveniently the most. Like, maybe it's still uncomfortable because it's like life adulting is adulting sucks. Let's be truly honest, right? Adulting, we can all agree on this, right? Adulting nowadays sucks. You know what else sucks? Blood, per se, vampires. So let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna do a new game. I think I'm okay with the controls. The world of darkness is a place where immortal monsters pull the strings. I love that you cannot click away and you can't read that again. I love in games when they let you read those. At least it's okay if you move on, but I would love to go back to, or have it in another screen, you know, on a pause screen or something, the last displayed tooltip or tip or hint. That would be so great, because then we can actually read that up. Because thankfully the games are the computers are much faster today, so we can't. I'm not gonna, but we can try to answer. Do you want lovely people to answer some questions and see what character you would get, or should I just go ahead and create mine? I would just create mine anyway. Don't get me wrong. Maybe one day we can play your character as well. But I have a plan in mind on what type of roleplay character we're gonna do. We can create mine. Yes, let's go. Any tips? Any tips on what do you think we will be? What do you think we will be? Not gonna help. This is not gonna help at all. We're gonna be... Oh, you don't die. No, we're not gonna die. Oh wait. Well, we gotta live our own life, okay? It's a type of life. Sundays are great. Oh, so Gabi says Sundays are great for me. Only day that doesn't really work is Saturdays. I have D&D basically from the time you normally start for about 5 hours. Oh, there you go. So yeah. I would wager most people have busy Saturdays, right? Don't undie. Goodness gracious, I oh my god, wrap our minds around that one. We're gonna do definitely Nosferatu. What were we even thinking? Carl. is a decent dude. Lovely Carl, Nosferatu. Let's see what we can do. I think we could. Actually, let's see. Oh, by the way, lovely people, if you don't know what this is, so Vampire the Masquerade is part of the World of Darkness universe, and in World of Darkness is pretty much an alternate history of the current day world. That current day. In this game, it's 2006, I think. Is it 2004? Maybe it's 2004, the release day. So that's exactly the day where we are picking up, and it's pretty much alternate history. And whatever monster you can think of is more than likely true. It exists, but majority of people are walking around in a blissful ignorance and a blissful not knowing anything about this. Are you happy, Camper Saintfield? I really hope you are. Saturdays are fine, don't move things on my sake. Sundays are fine. No, Sundays are good, but I would like to do some weekday streams, but I don't know which would, like, maybe Thursdays would be nice as well. I'm having a hard time figuring out where the schedule should be. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to start the stream for crying out loud. I took my sweet time even today. I should be live for 2.5 hours now. It's crazy. I freaking hate this, but it is what it is. Again, adulting sucks. I just pop in and out. Oh, no, that's fine. And it's gonna be on YouTube as well. So lovely people, you're not gonna miss anything. The playthrough will be up there. I more than likely I will have an edited version as well, so we can focus on the game a little bit more, maybe. So that's good. Hideous, skulking, and powerful. Even in a world of monsters, the Nosferatu stand out. But while I may look like a monster, on the outside, you lovely people may be a monster on the inside. Have you thought of that? No, I'm just kidding! Please stay. The Embrace twists and deforms their physical features, forcing them to seek sanctuary underground. Nosferatu are masters of the shadows. Due to their curse, Nosferatu have a seduction of 0. I wonder why. That's so interesting, by the way, Nosferatu having a seduction of 0. Nosferatu have appearance of 0, and it's not increasable in the game. Now, in the tabletop RPG, obfuscation, one of the main disciplines, the flowers of the blood of Nosferatu, is that they can make other people see them differently. They can the Mask of 1,000 Faces. That's an amazing power. You need to be very powerful in order to pass an average-looking dude. But it's still very powerful, and some of the Nosferatus have mastered that to an extent that you would not be able to tell this easily. Right? Weekdays are all pretty good, says Gavi. Would have to duck out for a bit to grab the oldest from school and potentially my sister's kids now, as that she's living down the road too. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. David Olix, welcome on in. Welcome on in, David Olix. So let's see what we can do. So appearance is 0, but seduction is not necessarily should be 0, in the tabletop RPG at least. It can never raise it higher. And they hide their existence from common humans, having shred the darkness with vermin, shared, not shred, shared. Having shared the darkness with vermin for so long, rats do not flee from vampires of clan Nosferatu. Alright. Should he be an eco-terrorist hacker? So these things are part of the unofficial patch. They are changing priority order with abilities, knowledge, talents, and you would understand more here. So as you can see by default, let's go back to default. So none. The default would be 2 mental abilities points you can spend on top of the 1 by default. Appearance is just flat out 0. That's just, no, it's gotta be 0. Social is not even a point. This one is 1 point in the beginning. We can obviously increase it later. This is great, and I have a plan. Nosferatu, because of the discipline potence, which is supernatural strength. Vampires with potence are terrifying opponents, for they possess the strength of several humans. The higher the level of potence is, the stronger the character. And it basically adds extra points of supernatural strength to all melee and brawl attacks. So Nosferatu is very much playing a sneaky, backstabbing melee fighter. Now, thing is by default. We're not gonna use any of that. We're going fully ranged weapon. That's what we're gonna do. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is whether we want knowledges, skills, talents. So it's 3, 2, 1. Should we change that? These are just changing the order of the characters. What is this? Lowborn. You get extra blood when feeding on bums and hookers. Your unwashed legacy doesn't leave you much in the way of education, however. It costs you more experience points to raise your knowledge abilities. Do we even want to bother with knowledge? We do. We do actually want to bother with knowledge. I kind of want to be... Although I want to focus maybe on intimidation. But I don't know, persuasion is just something that comes so naturally. Huh. We'll see about that. So weekdays are pretty good. Nice, nice. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what's gonna exactly happen. David Alex, it's so great to have you as well. We want knowledge. We want knowledge. So I kind of not want to do this cadaverous flesh. Ouch. Ooh, okay. Your body heals at each manifestation of vampirism is unique. That is true. Thank you for greeting me twice. I'm even more. Yours, it turns out, carries an unfortunate deficiency. Your body wants to rot. It's nothing that can't be overcome, but it is a constant drain on you. Your body heals at a slower rate than normal, since it takes more energy to return your rotting flesh to peak condition. On the upside, your flesh is malleable. It costs you less experience to raise your physical attributes. Oh, and you can never raise charisma above 3 because of the peculiar odor. That is actually interesting. This basically lowers the experience requirements for the physical stuff, while blood heal is more than likely not gonna heal us that fast. Which is fine. That's actually hard. I love this one. Zimitsi blood. Oh, Zimitsi is another vampire clan, basically. Graphics looks good. I mean, isn't it amazing? How amazing this game. This is 2004, lovely people. And look around. This is 2004. 2004. I think we don't need more. We do not need more. Look at the absolute attention to detail. You will see when we play as well that it has a peculiar atmosphere. It has some charm to it. Jiggle physics, yes, detail, right? This game, 2004, has everything you need. Time could have stopped then. Sadly, this game came out on the exact same day as Half-Life 2, so you can imagine the sales. I'd have no idea who in their right mind thought that that's a good idea. That is just so utterly stupid, isn't it? And I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but really, if you are working in the gaming industry, why would you do that to yourselves? And yeah, back then Activision was just as smart as nowadays. So yeah, geophysics are basically in almost every anime-like game now. Yeah, I know. But yeah, honestly, look through this. Isn't this like this graphics is perfectly fine. Maybe we stop getting these buggy, unfinished early access quadruple A games. Ooh la la. Zocalipogda. Ooh la la. What did you in? What did you in? The waist jewelry? What happened? What happened? That's, honestly. And by the way, the armors that we're gonna wear in the game as well, they change the characters up nicely. And it's not a complex system at all, sadly. But it's really nice. She can feast on my neck. Especially if they don't even kill you, right? Alright, let's go back to... And I'm not sure about her, right? It's a bit different. I love how Nosferatu go all out and they say like, you know what, piercings in the... you might not see it, by the way, on the thing, but up close, piercings in the eye. Like... isn't that a bit too much, you think? Isn't that a bit too much? So Obfuscate half as long, but Blood Heal twice as long? Boogeyman. I wonder which one I planned for the character. We will find it out in a moment. Oh, okay, this is fantastic. I don't want potence at all, so this might be a potentially good one in terms of mechanics. Leatherface. Oh yeah, this is not the one. I think it was Shepherd or Vermin. Yeah, I think this was the one that I was thinking about. Yeah, we would be Shepherd of Vermin. Like a creature of urban legend, you commune with pestilent scavengers and share their filthy domains. Your animalism effects are more powerful and long-lasting. Your diseased blood has trouble sustaining potence. All potence durations are decreased. But that is fine, right? It's just... yeah, this is fine. This is good. Carl is ready to be done. I am thinking about... should we go for research? You know what we're gonna do? I think we are going to do dexterity and ranged weapons. That's what we're gonna do. There's one here. I think intimidation is cool as a starter. 3 skills of firearms, because why not? Should it be persuasive at all? Some extra charisma and manipulation? We're gonna do manipulation as well, so maybe we don't need to go rhetoric then. Let's go intimidation route. In that case, we can go finance or computer. Finance does what? Your character's ability to evaluate the market value of items. Finance is needed for the haggle feat. And the haggle measures the character's ability to estimate the value of goods. Haggle for better prices. The manipulation attributes and the finance ability both contribute to the haggle feat. Yeah, we know that. Actually, if you mouse over, you can see that it highlights the combination of attributes and abilities. Should we go finance or should we go computer? I mean, computers would give us extra access to things, obviously. When we can't actually increase wits, to be honest. I don't want to focus on computers, I know that. How about we make our lives harder? Okay, question is, should we make our lives harder with not knowing computers? I think so. I think so. Let's make our lives really hard. We are doing a ranged Nosferatu. I mean, come on. We have 1 more points for disciplines we can spend, and that's obviously gonna be animalism. I don't care for either of Obfuscate and Portents because we're gonna be a very animalism and ranged focused Nosferatu. This is a harder way to play the game. Nosferatus are not intended to be played like this. It just makes me feel nice. It just makes me feel nice. Alright, lovely people, are you ready? Joys of Mortals. I think we should start the game. The Embrace, the act of transforming a mortal into a vampire.
I want to show you something.
That was it for a Nosferatu? Believe me, this would be much more horrible. Four, 7. There were 7 packages of condoms on the floor, lovely people. Just saying. Just saying. Piercings in the eye. Because, you know, because we can. Long night. Oopsie daisy. Wooden stake in the heart.
My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society...
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online. Some
As
systems
Prince,
need
I am
attention.
within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring.
For example, the law
Many
of
you have
progeny
come to me seeking
needs attention,
permission,
right?
and
Thank you
I
very
have
much for the follow.
endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all.
Emmys, am I
They
right?
were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
Prince LaCroix. Oh, that's a sword, lovely people. That's a sword.
Which
GOG?
leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny.
Ashes.
Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place,
Sebastian.
their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
My thoughts exactly.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
Good evening. Sofinity. Oh, well, come on in. Thank you very much for the follow. Gary! We see Gary right there. We don't know yet that is Gary, but yes, that is Gary standing right in the middle. And yes, you might have seen some things.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere
I
to.
love this so much.
if we wish
2004.
to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There, you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
What is he even on about? Right? Go 9, says Sofinity. Exactly. 9 Rodriguez. Which ending we will go with, I wonder. Nice, it's only $9. This currently is only $9 on GOG. GOG.com, lovely people. Actually, even on Steam, like, just buy it on Steam, but install the unofficial patch. It is an absolutely wonderful game. Oh, Billy M. Which one is which? Animal succulents. The ability allows the vampire to gain more vitae when feeding from the blood of animals. This discipline doesn't risk violating the Masquerade and does not cost blood to use. There you go. Oh, this is the unofficial patch changes, by the way. Animalism gives the vampire the unique power to call on animals to carry out their will, and can even learn to embrace and control the beast within. Animalism should be used with discretion in safe areas, lest you risk violating the Masquerade. Song of Serenity. Singing in animal tongue, this power is used to reduce frenzy in both mortal and beasts alike. Doing so brings all within audio range into a calm, relaxed state for a time. And it does not cost blood either! Wow, okay. The Beckoning. The vampire can call upon nearby ravens to attack a given target and anyone around them. These deadly beasts will viciously bite and scratch the victims, drawing blood and doing harm. This ability is great for doing damage on your foes or creating a diversion. Pestilence. Also for 1 blood. This dreaded power allows the killer to summon a huge swarm of insects upon the victim. And where do we store the insects, you might ask? Well, there are some cavities we don't use for other things, alright? Just pleasant thought. The deadly plague of locusts, bees and biting flies will tear the flesh right off of their enemies, leaving nothing in its wake. This is a targeted discipline with a large area effect. Ooh. What's the next one? Free the beast within. Mastering the art of animalism, the vampire has learned to harness to control the beast within. This ability allows the vampire to enter and leave a frenzied state at will. Okay. Gaining all its benefits. The effect will last for 2 minutes. However, be aware that you are still susceptible to an uncontrolled frenzy. Oh my goodness, we can control a frenzy. And frenzy is +5 to the physical attributes, by the way. That's cheeky. Interesting. Alright, well. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, I wanted to do this just to have everyone there. I definitely highly recommend playing this, lovely people. This is 2004, look at it. It's wonderful.
What a scene, man. Hoo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
What happened in there?
Don't worry, kiddo, you'll adjust. I'd love to explain it all, but time's a-wasting. You want some help or what?
Well, look at me. Do I look like I could use some help? I think I do.
All right. Why don't we, step out back here?
I like it where I am. At least without fresh air. And we might just notice that we don't breathing anyway.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. You know, could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
I don't remember.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Oh, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, blood, your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
We need bigger volumes. Is it? I love Jack. I love Jack. Smiling Jack is such an interesting character. And it's definitely very worth to read the wiki. Like, if you haven't read the books, like I think Smiling Jack is in the Final Nights novel as well. But if you haven't read that, it's definitely much worth to read the wiki entry. The Vampire White Wolf wiki entry on Smiling Jack. Pretty freaking amazing character. I love him so much. I think this is gonna be okay. You know, so. Let me know if the game is too loud or too quiet, alright? How?
Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
So,
Alright.
I think I get
Go
this.
down there, casual like. You creep up on him. You bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Because we have the beast within us, so, you know, that's kind of instinctive how to be an absolute predator of the night. Sofinity says that I need to get in the lore. Just bought a player guide and a Book of Nod last week. Oh, Book of Nod is really freaking good. That is a good one. That is a good one. It's such an amazing. This is one of the best. I have played so many different types of tabletop RPGs back in the day. Sadly not recently, but we are preparing for a one-shot in Vampire the Masquerade. Very beginner friendly. And I truly believe Vampire the Masquerade has a special space in my heart. Like, the whole World of Darkness universe does. But Vampire the Masquerade has something so peculiarly interesting in it. It's nice playing that universe. Oh, it's amazing. It's gonna be lovely. We have some others, all of us streamers. There's gonna be 4 or 5 other streamers. None of them have played the tabletop before, so they are fairly new. We are popping a cherry here. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be fantastic. And I am preparing. I'm a storyteller. I have led some games over the decades, and when this is happening, hopefully in the next few weeks we are preparing it. And fingers freaking crossed! Exclamation point Discord. Everything is about it is exclamation point Discord. And we're gonna more than likely stream it. It is done for as a one shot on a Sunday, very likely. Just like this, like on a Sunday like this. It's gonna be in an afternoon in EU time, morning-ish, noon-ish in Eastern time, US, and yeah, it's gonna be very beginner friendly. Basically, trying to get their characters learn about the world of darkness as we play the game. It's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be nice. Let's hope it's gonna be nice. I'm already hyped. Thank you very much. I hope you're interested. And there's the Discord link, actually. There is the Discord link there. It's been one of those nights. I could use a drink.
Now go for it. Be sure though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay?
Yeah.
It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Alright. I got this, Jack. Plot pool in the corner. Look at the animations. It's a little bit iffy how the animation controls the direction of the character, but it still has such a charm and character. The way he's bobbing his head on the door. Yes, perfect amount of jank, exactly. And this is interesting, like what an atmospheric game they can create. And with all the jank, it's just good. I even like the combat in the game. You will see, ooh, they lit up a cigarette without even touching it. The guy sucked the cigarette so hard and fast that it just lit on fire. Oh, it needs to do it again, okay. Is it just me? I honestly saw the light. And by the way, interesting how the game doesn't address the vampire's fear of fire. I kind of forgot that we look like this. It's literally... Huh? That's nice. We're not gonna kill them. Look at us go, lovely people. Wait a minute. So, melee, ranged. I don't know if that should be ranged weapon or not. Ranged weapon should be here. Here we should have animalism and serenity. Melee weapons is, I guess it's fine there. Blood heal on 5 is good. Blood buff on 6. And I find it funny that they just forgot to put the 6 here. These are the 1 through 10 quick. Never played Nosferatu? I'm so interested. Nosferatu is so amazing. It's such a little... Whoa, Billy. Especially in the Clan Quest mode. We are playing the Clan Quest mode. It is really freaking good. Alright, we will have our own player housing as well later on. Only accessible for Nosferatu. It's gonna be very cozy, I'm sure you can imagine. I think this is good. Let's have succulence here. Actually, that's not an active discipline at all. I wonder. We will redo this for quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Great. When do I get a cape? Do I get to pick the color?
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Yeah... What's common?
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
Oh. Am I going to live forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A stake? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Got it.
Okay, now. The fuck is this?
Exactly. I wonder why they forgot about this. That Jack should tell you as well. Again, I have a special case of the vampirism, right? Jack forgets to say that as a Nosferatu, you also have the blessing of looking like you fell into a room of cheese crafters. It's not that bad. I look like I was kissed by many jellyfish. Okay, it's much better than cheese crafters. I mean, I love jellyfish. Yeah, exactly.
You get inside here and head upstairs. We'll meet up in a bit. I'm just gonna go see what the ruckus is.
Use icon. And it's basically, this is a tutorial, which is gonna play through it because I am playing a ranged character, which is absolutely horrific for a Nosferatu. You shouldn't do this, lovely people. You shouldn't do this to yourselves. We're gonna make our own lives hard for no reason. I love it.
Come down here.
Yes, quick.
Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabat.
You're quick, Jack.
Sabat? They're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
You're quick, Jack. So what is happening?
The Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince.
What's the prince of, Jack?
No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
Your beard outshines Jack's. Thank you, Razor Unchained. What a lovely way to start the conversation. Goodness gracious. Thank you very much. How kind. Somebody say, hey, kindred sister. There you go. Razor Unchained. Greetings, kindred brother. Greetings to you as well. I love the profile pictures. I am using, we are multi-streaming on YouTube as well, so I'm using the Restream chat app, which by default shows the profile picture next to the names in the list. So I can just see like Sophinity has this absolutely wonderful, lovely black cat in the picture. I love that. And the Razor. I love it. You're called Razor Unchained. But your and my Razor our Razors are both chained, let's be honest. As far based on your profile picture. Our Razors are pretty far away from our hands. Where are you from? Your accent sounds European? Yes, I am from Europe. I am from the EU. It is actually an ongoing game on the channel. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for tuning in. There's an ongoing. Is that your emote, by the way? Sophinity, are those your emote? Let me just check those out here. It's Mayamisa. It's Mayamisa's emotes. I love those. They're so lovely. Mishbad emotes as well earlier. That's some lovely ones. And Miyamisa's emotes. I love that. I love that. I just get a lot of gifted subs. There you go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit of Twitch. Jeppy the slime. The Jeppy the slime emote is very nice indeed. Zokalipok with a lovely hug as well. Now that is yours, Zokalipok. I know that. That is yours. The lovely Zokalipok. Look at that. There's even more. Vivi Vane. Lovely. Kitty Cat. Even more emotes from there. I love that. Bruja. Or Bruja. Which one do you prefer, lovely people? Did you know that originally in the 20-year anniversary rulebook, the pronunciation guide for that is Bruja. Bruja. Or Bruja. But many people since the Bloodlines game are pronouncing it Bruja, which is very Spanish-like, which is understandable in the US, especially in California. But still, it's interesting. I love both pronunciations. Yeah, I love both. I love both. I heard it's actually the traditional. Yes, it's originally based on the rule book. You know, just the guys who write the lore. It should be Bruja. That's a magic wielder in Spanish. Yeah, Bruja. It's pretty much like a witch, right? In Spanish, or something along those lines. They said it's wrong. They said it's wrong in the game, and it grew strong. It's not really wrong. I would guess that Spanish roots in California, in Los Angeles or Los Angeles, they might. Yeah, I think they would say it as Bruja. Why wouldn't they? I've said it wrong for 10 years. No worries. I love the sound of Bruja. Bruja blood. Not evil necessarily. Yeah, witch but not evil. Yeah. I mean, Bruja is also fine. America we say Bruja. Yeah, exactly. But because of the Spanish pronunciation of the J, right? Because, the letter is in there. I like it too. Yeah, I like both. Welcome on. Lovely people. Thank you for tuning in, both of you. It's great to see you. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do with this. And Jack says it as Bruja, yeah. Which is interesting. I mean, but Jack's origins kind of explain as well why he says it the way he says. Check out the wiki page for Jack. It's an amazing read. Smiling Jack. We don't even see. I don't think we in the game hear that he's called Smiling Jack. We just know Jack so far. I didn't get my glasses straps, so I didn't end up going to SeaWorld today. Oh, really? I was like, heck yeah, let's hang out with Peter. Zokalipok, thank you very much. It's so amazing to have you. Jack, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
Ooh, Magilla Gorilla. Now that's animalism. What?
Dumb, frenzied sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
Check. I hope you know I have many questions, but I'm on it. This week, Bruges. Next week, Zimitsi. Oh, Zimishi? Zimitsi. You're using upscale character models? No. No, I use that whatever come out from the unofficial patch and the clan quest mod. I'm just using that. Otherwise, we are using the definition. We are using the source engine with the game of obviously, and that just built in. I use 2K resolution. Actually, it's over 2K. I think it's technically 2560 times 1600. That's the definition, and we just downscale it to the full HD on the stream. Up for us. The lovely Mama Ponders taking care of our nutrition. Oh, is it sweet or savory? Oh my goodness. Lovely people, look at this. I mean, it's not blood per se. But Mama Ponders has poured her blood and sweat into this. And her soul, so. And boy, oh boy, the vampires like souls. We're gonna wait for the ad break. I think that's gonna be an ad break because, you know, Jeff needs his pesos. While we are talking about Bruja, Jeff Bezos or Hef Bezos needs his Bezos pesos. So we're gonna wait for him to, you know, collect some more money for the rocket. It's not a huge deal for a smaller streamer, but for some reason I can't turn it off. So yeah, it is what it is. So sorry about that, lovely people. But we're gonna be waiting for you. We're gonna be waiting for you. So you identify as Nosferatu or just doing a Nosferatu run? Well, that is a question for the ages. I identify as many clans. I love all of them. But you do know that there are, like, the power of the blood and the disciplines. Everybody is the same vampire. It's just, or rather, well, okay, except for Quagene. But we're not gonna get into that for now. But you know, our fate is determined by our father Cain. So there's actually a connection between these clans. It's not that strict, other than the horrible stuff. So I don't know. One of my favorites is definitely the Nosferatu. I love Nosferatu. I love Tremere, especially with their origin story of basically usurping, not just the full-on freaking antediluvian, but usurping, just in general, grabbing vampirism for themselves and then basically face planting in it. That is very thing. Also playing Clan Quest mode at the moment. First time loving it. Clan Quest mode is so amazing. Was the lighting, Jack, look different? I don't use any ENBs either. Maybe we should, but I don't use any ENBs, so there's no lighting change and picture edit or anything like that. It might be different. I don't know how the capture works. Like, on my monitor, I see it very nicely. Let me know if the game is a bit darker for you or something. I think it's nicely visible. Thin bloods rise up. Oh, come on. Why call them thin bloods? Politically correctly, it's called the Duskborn, okay? Freaking thin bloods, harbingers of Gehenna. No, I'm just kidding. My love shines on all the cursed beings. I love what they did with the thin bloods in the new V5 edition on the TTRPG. I think it's very interesting. The type of the blood alchemy is a very interesting. It could be used as a plot device. It can be used so many ways. I love it. I really love it as a tool, as a storyteller. But yeah, I love Nosferatu. I think that my most favorite clans is Nosferatu and or Tremere. I think. I love Tzimisce as well. I think Tzimisce is cheeky. I like that one as well. But I really do love everything, I think. We have a little bit more from the ad break, I think, but hopefully it's going to be very soon. Just a moment, lovely people. We'll be getting back to the game. We're getting back to the game in a minute. Just let me know. Let me know. But yeah, Clan Quest mode is so good. What is your favorite? Lovely people, what are your favorite clans? Exclamation point clan if you want to do a clan quiz on the official World of Darkness website. Well, it's actually a website for Paradox Interactive. They are the owners. Paradox Interactive just bought a... How amazing that is, by the way, that Paradox Interactive, who are also the publisher of... And maybe even in-house development, I'm not sure about that, but maybe even in-house development, they are developing Crusader Kings 2 and 3 as well. And one of the best total conversion mods I've ever played in my life. Princes of Darkness. Princes of Darkness. Yeah, quiz time during ads. I should have said it. I should have said the quiz earlier, right? We should even do that next time, next ad break. But yeah, feel free to do it. I'm very curious, lovely people, what clans do you get on the quiz, as well as what clans are your favorites? What type of bloodline do you like in Vampire the Masquerade? Let me know. Let me know. And I wonder how many of you are Malkavians. I'm just curious. Not that I don't know already. I have seen it. I love all clans too, says Razor Unchained. But I mostly identify as Bruja, Toreador, and Gangrel. Those are very nice choices. I love the use of celerity right there. Bruja, because of their idealism. Toreador, not all of Bruja are idealistic, by the way. Toreador, which this is why I love the game the most. That is just, it's always nuance. Toreador, cause of the way they focus on obsessions. Yeah, exactly. Toreador Antrichibu in the Sabbat. Now, those are people you don't want to get in close contact with, believe you me. People. Those are the real monsters, right? Just seeing art in entrails. Yeah, good stuff. Toreador. And the Gangrel for their connection with nature and seclusion, and the connection with their beast, right? Oh, it is really good. It is really good. So Paradox Interactive developed the game Crusader Kings 2 and then Crusader Kings 3. And originally, Princes of Darkness was a total conversion mod for the Crusader Kings 2, but now it has a version for Crusader Kings 3. Crusader Kings is part of Game Pass, lovely people. If you want to give it a try, Game Pass, I think they still run this. If you're a new Game Pass subscriber, it's like €1 or $1 a month for the first month. And it's I like Game Pass. I think it's a very good value proposition. Maybe hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag I should be. And Crusader Kings 3. And you install the mod for Princes of Darkness. Princes of Darkness changes it to vampire politics and werewolf and fae and hunters of the Inquisition. Magnifico. It's one of the best games. It's a game on its own on top of Crusader Kings 3 and 2. I highly recommend. And maybe we should actually do a playthrough with that. We should do a playthrough with that. You can even play a hunter, like a faithful hunter in it. In the world with vampires, you know, that usually turns out very nice. It is amazing.
Welcome aboard,
it's amazing.
Captain. All systems online. Some systems need attention.
Some systems do need attention. Jack.
Go on. I'll be right here.
You'll be right there. And Jack teaches you one of the most important things in vampire society. You trust no one. It's also on my playlist, on my to playlist. It is, should be. Pretty sure I've also seen a D&D mod for it as well, and Lord of the Rings. Oh, it kind of lends itself for those, right? Anything politics related and heavy lore. English has stopped working. English has stopped responding. Do you wish to restart the process? Yes, thank you. We should restart. We should restart English, because that's what we use for the stream. So there's an ongoing game, by the way, trying to guess which country I'm originally from, Razor Unchained. If you want to partake, there's a hint on the channel. You can actually look for something and you will find it, I think. But if you want to just guess, disclaimer, my accent is not the accent of my home country at all. At all. So good luck, but it's a nice game to play, usually on the channel. Pretty sure I've also seen the animals. Yes, you are Sokalipok, you are Malkavian. Derided as lunatics by other vampires. You're just farseers, you know. They are mean. Most of us are mean. The blood of the Malkavians lets them perceive and foretell truths hidden from others, like the wise madman of poetry. Their fractured perspective stems from seeing too much of the world at once, from understanding too deeply and feeling emotions that are just too strong to bear. Do you like? Are you happy? Very last is spot on. Do you like it? I was eating and didn't hear all. What's your country? Oh no, it's a game. You were. I love that you were eating and moving the jaw, move the ears enough that you couldn't hear. I love that. I'm eating like that too. But anyways, I was just saying that is an ongoing game to try and guess my country of origin based on the stream. But my accent is not really representing my country of origin at all. So good luck with that. But you can try and guess. There's a hint on the channel. If you want to play a guess game. If you don't, I'm happy to say. It's just if people like it. And most of the lovely people here, they know. They know already. I'm an empath. Yeah, I dig it. You dig it. Zokalipok, if we ever played together on a TTRPG like this, I could see you playing Malkavian very well. And the lovely thing in a Malkavian, you don't need to be bat-shite crazy. You don't need to be bat feces crazy for it. You can just be interesting and shaded. It's very interesting. I love Malkavians as well. It's so amazing to play with Malkavians in a good way. I think the game goes to the extreme with your Malkavian character, but it gives us such an interesting extra playthrough to the game. Very interesting. Look at that! See, like I said, we were petting jellyfish. That's what we did. Jack, what was that? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Jack will find a way.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
I had my moments.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
I mean, lovely people, not all Sabat are like this, okay? Sabat is they just misunderstood. I got Hecate out of the quiz. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Do you like Hecate? Or Clan Giovanni? Or the Cappadocians? How do you like the Clan of Death? Just bought it 10 for 10. It was not bad. RP with this game, I'm down actually. And Zokalipok, if you know D&D, and you know D&D, Vampire the Masquerade, and especially World of Darkness, is just as deep with lore and very well written. So many books, it is amazing. Actually, I like it, not bad. Have you ever played it? Lovely people, are you playing the TTRPG? Do you like the TTRPG, Vampire the Masquerade? Or in general, what kind of TTRPGs are you into? Are you playing Cyberpunk, perchance? But World of Darkness is such an amazing... Oh my god, it's so good. Whoa. Slow down, Jack. I've still got that list of people from high school. Why not?
Same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
The Masquerade. We are playing a Masquerade. Right? Oh. I mean, look at me, Jack. I get it.
Keep our secret secret and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
Cell phone camera. This was in 2004, by the way, lovely people. And yes, cell phone cameras were a thing even then. Thank you very much, by the way. It's Razor Unchained. Thank you very much for the follow. I don't know if I said your name out loud and a thank you in the same sentence, but I will gladly say it again. And thank you for checking out the Discord. If you want to become part of an absolute bunch of joys of mortals and any other creatures, bunch of joys of lovely people, consider joining the Discord, lovely people. Consider joining it. We are mainly maining Project Zomboid on many of the streams, but I'm planning to do this every Sunday for the foreseeable future if this goes well. And look, we already got absolute 2 jewels of humans in Sofinity and Razor Unchained, so I hope you're interested. We can do this playthrough together. I want to play VTD, but what do you mean by VTD? VTD as in... What do you mean VTM? Vampire Masquerade? Or do you mean Vampire the Requiem? Or Vampire the Dark Ages, you mean? Is that VTD? But I only have a D&D and Cyberpunk Red game. Oh, Cyberpunk Red is amazing as well. I don't like the Camry line I love so bad. There, I said it. That's the spirit. The Sword of Cain. That is the spirit. It's great. Then I had only a handful of... Actually, I only had maybe 2 very good Sabbath games I've been a part of. And it is if done well, Sabbath games are very interesting. Goodness gracious. I've done it only in year 20 edition though, so I don't know if V5. I actually haven't finished the Sabbath book yet for V5, I think. I really should get back to that. I'm trying to form a habit of getting back to playing. Oh no, I'm trying to form a habit of reading an actual book, or on the Kindle at least, like something that is not shining a bulb in my face. Reading before bedtime. So maybe I should really get to reading that Sabbath book finally for V5. I mean, I love the year 20. Like year 20 edition was basically the previous edition of Vampire the Masquerade. Lots of people are still playing that because they might not agree with how the lore and the main chain of events went with V5. I like V5. I think it's pretty nice. Like basically getting it up to speed to present day. Which present day is technically like 2017 or something in the books, but you know. Well, Chris said I'm a gangrel. Stainfield, whatever it is. Gangrel are basically very much attuned to their own inner beast, to their own monster, which is very interesting. Look up gangrel on the wiki, on the VTM wiki. It's very interesting. And gangrel has you have some pretty beastly things you can do as a gangrel. VTM, sorry, yeah. I'm on the phone with wet hands. On the phone with wet hands. How many excuses can you chain together? Nobody's. But keeping the secret is kinda natural to me. What else would happen?
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Camarilla? Camarilla. Enforcing laws. I see.
And you, my fugly friend, are gonna have it extra hard. A little effort and the rest of us can blend in okay. A sighting of your hideous ass hits the internet and it's all over. There's a reason most Nosferatu smell like the sewer. Figure it out.
Yeah, well, it seems pretty clear, Jack.
All right,
Nosferatu.
don't worry, because I know the area a little. And you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
What are you on about, Jack?
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
Fair enough, fits well as the Saintfield for the Gangrel clan. Yeah, I think I would see you as a Gangrel, yeah. I would see you as a Zimitzi as well. Saintfield. What else? What would yes, actually we can play this game. What can you get a certain character on the quiz, exclamation point clan, lovely people, if you wanna get to the official Paradox Interactive Vampire quiz. What? Leave a little lurk in it, gotta do some chores. Oh yeah, happy Sunday, right? But I'll leave this lurk and be back later. Nobody's Razor, thank you very much. And this is all gonna be on YouTube. More than likely we will edit out the discussion parts as well. And there will be a VOD, which will have it. But there will be like a shorter video for just the gameplay and whatever happens in there. A vagrant, a tall, awkward fellow. Saintfield. Oh really? A vagrant? Oh! Ravnos! Do you see Saintfield as a Ravnos vampire? I wonder. Tall part especially I like. Razor also said that I just joined the Discord Law and Order channel. Yeah, in my Discord it's called Anarchy. And it's more like a suggested code of conduct or the sweepers will get you. Like it's suggested but it's highly enforced. I like that. He's like 8 feet tall. Saintfield is 8 feet tall. So that guy, basically okay. The sheriff of Los Angeles is practically Saintfield. What we saw. What am I, Peter? Cryptid waifu Genesis. I can definitely see you as a Malkavian. In a good way. Don't misunderstand this. Malkavians are very misunderstood. I can see you as a Malkavian. Yeah, actually, yes. She would be a Malkavian like me. I mean, not like you, quite unlike you. It's every time I take a quiz, I get Bruja, or Bruja. No, that checks out as well. Do you like philosophy? Cryptid Waifu Genesis. You as a person, do you like philosophy? Like across human history, how the philosophy went and ideals and concepts of humanity and going back to tribes and then democracy and stuff like that. Old ages. Because that would be Bruja as well. Or do you just like rebelling against things? Do you believe that things should be better? Yeah. She'd be like a Bruja Malkavian and I'd be Malkavian Bruja. Oh really? that could work as well, yeah. Alright, Jack, I'll get the key. Illustrating the point, my arse. Look at that. In Masquerade areas, breaking the Masquerade can carry dire consequences, such as the unwanted attention of vampire hunters. After 5 Masquerade violations, your game is over. From the medieval ages, lovely people, from the medieval ages, vampire hunters are still operational. Some of them are even sponsored by the Vatican. Can you imagine that? As a Nosferatu, you will have to be extremely careful about hiding your monstrous nature. If you are in danger of being seen, you will see the icon appear in the upper right corner of your screen. Oh, that's helpful. A small arrow will tell you from what direction you may be seen. Your current number of Masquerade violations is displayed in the upper right corner of the character sheet. I need to go to Ireland so I can commune with the Fae. Oh, by the way, Zokalipog, there's a full-on Fae faction, and the Fae, even the Fae lore from Vampire the Masquerade, from World of Darkness. So the Fae lore from World of Darkness is in the Princess of Darkness mod for Crusader Kings 2 and 3. I highly recommend you check it out. It's so amazing. I haven't done a Fae playthrough yet, but goodness gracious, it's amazing. I love it. I think it's even a separate scenario. So in most other scenarios, Fae may not even spawn. That would be like vampires and werewolves and hunters. Maybe not even hunters in certain scenarios, just the vampires sometimes. But yeah, play the World of Darkness mod in Crusader Kings 3 and become Santa. Yeah, you can become Santa as well, yeah. Duh. Talking about Faes. Just not leprechauns. They scare me. Even the most powerful Fae avoid them. Because they are cheeky. They're a bit misunderstood as well. My daughter constructed, designed from zero. She designed and constructed a leprechaun trap for tomorrow. Because if you catch a leprechaun, you can have a wish. One wish. No kidding? Yeah. She's so amazing. She's very much... I mean, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So you could theoretically catch leprechaun on the eve of St. Patrick's Day. I love to see that, yeah. Interdimensional Fae won't mess with leprechauns. Yeah. Play the... Yeah, exactly. It's so good. Paramaniac, what is that? If you have a fixation about old Carthage, Phoenicia, you might be a Bruja. Yeah. Only in... But okay, yes, but you might not be true Bruja, if you know what I mean. But yes, Carthage is definitely... Phoenicia and Carthage is definitely something that is coming from there. Pyromaniac. Ooh, Pyromaniac Saintfield? What is that? If you would want to be a vampire not afraid of fire, or quite the opposite, conjuring fire, that is a possibility. You could be Tremere. Thank you, that's my parents' anniversary. Oh wait, what, tomorrow? Tomorrow is your parents' anniversary? The St. Patrick's Day? Kelpie is one of my favorites. So good, so good. Alright, so that's nice. You can see it actually here. Masquerade violations. And there will be hunters coming at you if you're lowering the number.
What? You giving up? Look around a little, come on.
It's alright. That's alright. And by the way, I love this, that you can find notes. Then yeah, we can read the note. Die, my darling. What a... Is this a real band? I wonder. Disguises as a horse, and if you get on it and try to take it to it locks you on its body and runs straight to the bottom of a lake. Then devours you. Ooh, Kelpie. Oh, that's a nice lore bit right there. A lore nugget. Not near water though, it will just take you for a ride and show you things. Or if you can catch it not near water, it will actually just show you stuff around the world. Password chop shop. That's very secure. Just have it written up there. And look at the way computers work. You can actually type here. You can literally type here. It's so good. I love this way how it comes in 2004. How computers work, I just love it so much. If you say help, it just tells you how to use the computers. You need to actually type and enter. See, and we say chop shop. Boom, we are in. What hacker are we? Unlock the safe. And go. And then look at that, now we can open a container. I have all the original lore and stuff of fairies. I love it. It's really nice. It's really nice. We have one of our neighbors, it's an amazing joy of a human being. She's very much was brought up and also very much into that type of culture. She knows a lot about fays and fairy creatures. It is amazing. There's so many fairy houses around us on the trees and everything. We are making them places to live. The tree fairies. The kids love it. The kids love it so much. It's basically mini housing and mini doors and windows on the trees. It's so good. Such a lovely craft you can do with the kids. Most hate most humans. Some are just mischievous. Yeah, some are just mischievous. And others don't care. Some like being around humans. The brownies in Willow, Gulliver's Travels. Man, I want to go there so bad. It's such a lovely. It's wonderful. Like most of the parks in Ireland, you would find these the little fairy villages on the trees and the bushes. So nice.
Ooh. There we go. Now take that keycard and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Let's go. Let's go, Jack. Alright. Inventory is the usual stuff. Jack just keeps doing this. Jack just keeps doing this. Ooh, now that's potence. You've been wounded by the shovelheads. More than likely shovelheads. This blue bar represents... Oh, by the way, they are called shovelheads because they are usually beaten in the head by a shovel and just turn into vampire cannon fodder, basically. They are vampires, but maybe even thin bloods. They're just cannon fodder for the Sabbat, really. They usually are created in like mass embraces of creating fodder for them, for their troops. So they are called shovelheads. It's nice, right? It's a nice touch. It would be lovely. It's a lovely fate, really. They're lucky if they know even that they're vampires. This blue bar represents your current level of health. As you sustain regular damage, it will turn black, etc. Yes, suffer final death if it's over, and otherwise... Oh, it doesn't tell you? Oh no, it tells you this, another one, that it actually can be aggravated damage, which is very neat. Shovelheads, I love that. Yeah, it's so good. They're the little ones that build houses inside people's houses. Oh, not on trees and bushes and around, basically people. Also, yeah, a drinking game. Hydrate every time you hear Ankaran sarcophagus. Yeah, it's a good one. They do that too, yes. Yeah, that's true. But they love being around humans. Yeah. There are some of them, yeah. Some of them are nice. But they still could be mischievous, you know. I love how the attention to detail is very nice in the game, but at the same time, did you see that in the beginning, when the Magilla gorilla, when that Nugloper, assumed to be a Nugloper bloodline, the sheriff got those shovelheads. They were shooting at us, or shooting at him. I'm sorry, they were shooting at the sheriff with the audio effect of silenced Max. Like they were suppressed weapons, but one of them was unsuppressed. Now this time I got shot by suppressed looking weapons, but the audio effect was an unsuppressed Mac 10, which was like, what's going on? At one point I nerded out and read the entire vampire card game wiki. Oh, Visai, it is good. It's good. The card game is also very interesting, yeah. But why does did you read the World of Darkness, like Vampire the Masquerade lore on the wiki as well, or just strictly the card game stuff? The card game is definitely, like, it is based on the main lore. Was it? Lore too? It's really good. I love this so much. I think it's one of the best role-playing game universes. Was it Willow where he's arguing with them because they stole his thimble? Or something, and they're like, why are you mad? We needed a roof for our baby's room. And it's like, but this is my house. And they're like, this is our house on this shelf. I love Faze. I don't remember all of it, but of course it's a hefty amount, right? There's some lovely books, by the way. There's some lovely books that you can check. What was that?
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabbat vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though.
Better feed, though. Speed up the process.
There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
What? It's really the difference, Jack. It's blood is blood, right?
Well, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will.
Well-bred.
Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
Ooh. Knowledge is tasty, if you say so.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
Hold on, Jack. What? What if? What if? What happens then?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you.
Beast.
The beast, it's always there, waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
Alright, but if you're so afraid of that, it seems a little restricting. Isn't it, Jack?
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact.
I'm with you, Jack. I am with you.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line.
Stay human. To an extent, am I right? Nah. Don't go hungry. Got it.
All right, now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Right. Check. We almost healed the conversation. The whole scene of him arguing with the brownies and them being so confused that he's upset. Then they're like, well, fine. We'll take your yarn too for this discrepancy, yeah. And actually, if you're doing it, do it like this. Obfuscation. But we are just like this. Remember, you want to avoid draining your victims. A little tiny hat, and is it for him? It's great. Yeah, they like offer something of theirs here. Those tiny itty bitty they handmade. What is this movie? Is it in? What is this movie? Little tiny head and its pyramids is great. Yeah. Besides, I says personally, I like the low bloodline brotherhood ability. They can combine their powers to make up for that. They are super weak. Oh, you mean the thin bloods? Theoretically, if you have enough of them, like five up to the power of 5, yeah, you could get them to rival antediluvians. Especially in the new version, by the way, of the lore. Like besides, if you read the V5 stuff, Vampire the Masquerade, the Thin Bloods have a very special power, ability, experimentation that's called blood alchemy. They are pretty much crafting very interesting stuff with their blood alchemy, using their own blood or someone else's vitae, some other kindred's vitae, which is vampire blood. And goodness gracious, the stuff that they can achieve. They can theoretically manifest their other clans' disciplines artificially with their own blood, usually temporarily, but what a power, especially if you combine them, right? It's very interesting. I love the new Thin Blood stuff. As well as, I think it's very interesting to think about the way Thin Bloods are are in the lore as well. It's very interesting. You can tell us about revenants, ghouls, and dampiers? What do you mean? Like just me in general? We could talk about a little bit of that. Like, I bet you could play one in a TTRPG. You could play all of those, yes. I mean, dampiers, would you play a dampier? The ghouls, definitely. Back when I was starting out storytelling, my first game I was storytelling, the characters were humans in the beginning. And one of them or two of them, actually two of them were ghouls. The others were simple humans. And they actually got turned. So in the story, we went from human and ghoul to be turned into a vampire. So that was part of the story. But yeah, ghouls are, we will meet ghouls in the game as well. Revenants, now those are very interesting. I mean, playing a revenant, those are basically a special type of ghoul with even more powers and territory. Could be interesting to play that. I don't know if you would want to play one of those though. That's very sad, usually. Like, I bet you could play in one. Yeah, it's a Lucasfilm movie in the world of Fae. Okay, what was is Darth Willow. Oh, Willow is the name of the movie. It's from the 80s. Val Kilmer, the short dwarf guy. I forget his name. He's a dwarf sorcerer, but he's terrible at it. Dwarf sorcerer. That's also very interesting. I like that. You get stealth. Yeah, as a Nosferatu, you get obfuscation. Funny enough, obfuscation is not making you invisible. It just makes other people around you that they don't see you and you're not even there. It's a very interesting power. Obfuscate, on a high level, obfuscate can affect camera recordings in a way that when people watch the recordings, they just don't notice you. It's very interesting. And I love the way how they phrase these vampire powers. If I don't pick shapeshift, it is Banu Hakim. Oh, Saintfield, you know what? Sounds like cussing someone. Yeah. Banu Hakim. Back in the year 20 edition, or well, in the earlier history of vampires, most of those would be called Assamites. And you know what? Banu Hakim, I would definitely see you as one of those, yeah. Saintfield. Could be, yeah. Checks out, if you ask me. Besides, I says, oh, nice. Yeah, that was kind of what it did. It let them gain a bloodline level temporarily. One step closer to gain, yeah, it gave them a generation, yeah. A blood potency, if you will. And could use a mix of low levels of the house's abilities. Yeah. But it's nice to see their blood alchemy powers scourging get official. Oh yeah. This is definitely very. I mean, even originally Thin Bloods were very interesting, but I don't think they were this much worked out in the year 20 edition and in this one. It's very interesting. If I don't move, we are lurking. Opposite timer paused. That's alright, my guy.
Not quite as good, huh? You could do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing.
And all of a sudden, I feel intrigued. I think I still got some threads between my teeth.
Well, give it a try.
Think about it. Nosferatu share a certain kinship with vermin. Rats do not flee the Nosferatu's approach. Also, animal succulence allows both Nosferatu and Gangrel to gain 3 blood points from feeding on rats instead of just the 1. That is very interesting. That is very powerful, actually. That is extremely powerful as an ability. Although we are technically not quite a fledgling, I think, in this game. Well, we are, but not that way. Killing rats has no impact on your humanity score. We're gonna give it a... We don't need blood currently, but we're gonna try it anyway for the story. Right. I mean... I'm sorry. You serve a higher purpose. What is the crime? Eating a succulent rat? Yeah, exactly, like, it's not a crime. I'm excited to play this. It's so good. I honestly think because of Half-Life 2 I didn't. Oh yeah, but for more than likely, yeah. And this is by the way the Half-Life 2 engine. This is the source engine. I want more content for V-Rising. V-Rising is so amazing, man. I want to play it with people. I think I'm part of a Discord server with like solo and duo play vibes for PvP. And it's so good. I played with you. We could play it together. Are you into PvP as well? It's a different game in PvP because it's a kind of like, you know, it can get sucky because we just get ganked. But it's very fun. And the rules are very nice. And the rules are enforced on the server, so they are not too bad. And death is not too horrible. It's just obviously frustrating if you lose a lot of the loot. Because you design your base to look like Rust stuff. Yeah, it's very different if you PvP. Although we can, you know, just honeycombed build the first floor, and then have like higher floors which are much more akin to what we would like to actually build. Like vampire thin blood cult. Like was it? Besides, I says that my favorite idea was the use of the ability.
Boy, you took right to that, huh? I guess for a nos, rat eating is natural as eczema.
What do you mean eczema? I'm a big jellyfish hugger, alright? I'm a jellyfish hugger. And they hug too tight.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Just the one guy?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
Sneak where? Exactly.
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't let him see you.
So my favorite idea was that they used the ability to amalgamate all the Thin Bloods to become capable of rivaling all the houses simultaneously, having a good parts of all the houses and their abilities. Besides, yeah, that's why the houses and the clans, that's why the Bloodlines fear it. That's why Elders fear Thin Bloods. And also because many of the Thin Bloods, not all of them, but many of the Thin Bloods can literally walk in daylight. You know, the thing that you get a glimpse of as an undead kindred and you just die. You turn to ashes. And some of the Thin Bloods are like dusk walkers. They're just like, yeah, fine, it's cool, it's cool. Some of them can harness the power of the sun with their Thin Blood alchemy. Imagine them bringing a glimpse of the sun in their body, in their blood, whatever means they find with their alchemy. It's literally experimentation. They bring that little sliver of light into the darkness of the night. And then, you know, they just talk to a full-fledged kindred, and they're like, you know, let me show you something. And you get shined by the power of the sun. Even if for a moment. More than likely, they're not gonna get killed instantly or anything like that, but that's gotta burn, right? Blasting it into a vampire, yep. And it's even in the lore. They do some shady stuff. So yeah, elders and older vampire, they're not quite trusting Thin Bloods, and Thin Bloods don't trust them for a reason, because they were hunted ever since they exist. It's basically thinning, you know, they are so low in generation from Cain himself. Whether Cain truly existed or not, you know, it's up for debate in vampire society. But the lower the generation you are, the thinner the blood. It's not as thick. So their abilities and powers get diluted and diluted. But also their curse gets diluted and diluted. Nosferatu are not looking as ugly if they are lower generation. Interesting thought. And again, you don't have to play your games like this. That's what I love about tabletop role-playing games, by the way. There's no correct way to play them. You don't have to abide by these rules, necessarily, or not all of them, in your own game. And I love that. I love that so much. Alright. Watch this, Jack. If I don't come back in 5 minutes, wait longer.
All right, go.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking amazing. Like a vampire thimble cult that tries to ascend beyond any of the vampire houses. Yeah, side that's good. Like imagine, and again, some of the vampire bloodlines are tampering with demons, literal nefarious entities from beyond the void, horrible stuff, and they are tampering with conjuring them and manifesting them into our world and trying to control their power or gain their power or gain their favor, like the Bali bloodline. Now imagine the Bali stuff get abused or used or misused by thin blood cults with their alchemy. A recipe for absolute success, right? Totally not disaster. we're gonna see.
Quiet, they're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry, he's probably greener than you.
What makes you think that, Jack?
The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
He wouldn't know?
He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that, make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
Sounds good. I've got a little frustration I need to work out.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
I was born ready.
Go get him.
Besides, says that I'm already photosensitive. I'd probably be fine with a high pedigree. But I think thin bloods are cool for a reason. Being able to take what you want and have a more custom build without many drawbacks. Oh, you do realize that thin bloods have huge drawbacks. Huge drawbacks. For example, the literal target on them wherever they go. Like most vampire domains, the thin bloods are shunned and openly blood hunted. They don't care. Like in many of the vampire societies, you would be at least respected for a while. Like if you uphold the laws of the domain you're entering, you're cool for a while at least. And they're not just gonna kill you outright usually, because that's forbidden. It's not how it works. Especially if there's a strong prince of a Camarilla in the domain or something like that. However, if you're thin blood, and that is known, and by the way, there's a way to know. Blood sorcery, Premier. So if they know, just by the look of you, the look at your aura, that you're iffy, then there could be literally scourges, which are special agents of the prince and vampires who are hunting down these threats, because they perceive thin bloods as a threat because of the reasons you just said. So there's a huge target on your back. And be careful, it's not like you can just, on a whim, conjure up higher powers from other vampire bloodlines. It is much harder than that. So yeah, you need to work with numbers, you need to work with politics. It's very interesting. But be careful. Some vamps gain power the longer they live. Studying the optimal path time-wise is something a thin blood cult would totally do. Yes, it's interesting. Yeah, actually, I love the idea of some of the thin bloods would try to look for trying to become full-fledged, full-blooded vampires, if you will. Breaking Bad, but they are thin bloods. Kind of, yeah, exactly. They're cooking up their stuff. Don't some thin bloods also have problems getting their teeth out? Yeah, I swear this never happened before. I swear, I don't know what's up. I just can't keep it out. Can't keep it firm. It's my teeth are very flimsy. Indeed. Well, they have a... Hello! Oh, nice. Overwhelming strength. I even like how the combat works in this game. I think it's interesting. We blooded everything.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Saban are going all out. You better head underground. Avoid stray bullets.
Stray bullets. PS game for sure? Well, what do you mean? PS game? This was never on consoles, I think. Or what do you mean by PS game? Sounds like a good strategy. Yeah, I don't like them potholes. Let's do it.
Go get the tire iron that shovelhead dropped. You ain't gonna need it.
Oh, not enough. Good thinking. Good thinking. Even though I don't quite need it. But why not?
Alright, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute. Go on. I'll be right here.
Be right here or you be there. Jack, make up your mind.
PlayStation vibes? I don't know why they haven't released this on consoles, to be honest. Did they? Wait, no, wait, did they? Maybe on Xbox. Was this released? Oh, I love that the seduction line is not even there because for, you know... I love that the game is amazing. Like in this, combat is not the only solution for sticky situations. By the way, doing persuasion characters and everything, charismatic stuff, amazing game also. Truly a role-playing game. You can also use your feats in dialogue. Also, if you have a domination discipline, you can use domination in dialogue with blood. But we don't have it as an example because we don't have domination as Nosferatu by default. By default. When you are able to do this, your responses will show up in a different color. When using higher resolutions, different fonts. So yeah, they're indicated below. Because yeah, back in this time, you could have played the game in like 640, like 4A versus 480, and it's making it easier for the UI then to not have all these fancy fonts. But yeah, it's so cool. As a Nosferatu, you cannot seduce anybody. Yeah, there's no seduction line, those would be pink. But this is a persuasion line with the blue, and this indicates an intimidation line with the green. What if you deliberately dilute the thin bloods to make the curse so negligible that no vamp will notice? They would still notice because of the way they can see auras. Like some of the vampires have this power called auspex. They would see the curse anyway. But what you are saying is true. You can do that. Then taint a vaccine supply with a super weak bloodline to get a bunch of people that are just slightly vamp to totally unnoticeable. And that's exactly that's the thing with ISI. That would be amazing for a plot device. Like that's a plot for a very nice story arc, right? That some Thimbloods might come up with this idea that we are the next evolution of humanity. Why wouldn't we use this power? Technically, we could be immortal, while also we can go out to the sun. It's not bothering us anymore if the curse is thin enough, right? It's very good. It's good thinking. I like the way you think. People are just slightly vamp and totally unnoticeable, but can still gain power, but without the drawbacks. You could gain power, but I wonder how you would explain gaining the power of like fake-blooded vampires, though. Like the elder powers are very hard to reach. Although temporarily, maybe you could, like literally breaking a bottle, and there's like alchemy cooking. Very interesting stuff. A la Kingdom Come Deliverance too, right? Oh my god. And that's what, by the way, the original story for Bloodlines 2, if you remember, the original idea from Heartsuit Labs was starting as a Thin Blood. You would have a few Thin Blood abilities. And then in the story, you would have, I don't know if it's a choice or it was part of the story, that you would just become a full-blooded vampire. That's how you would become a clan. But otherwise, you would start the game as a Thin Blood. Being a Thin Blood sounded so cool. Exactly, right? I like what they're doing now as well, but I still kind of want to have, like, I would love to have had Bloodlines 2 with that, or maybe Thin Blood could be a spin-off. I don't know. Like, I would love that game as a spin-off. And the Bloodlines 2, what they're currently doing is also intriguing, that you are actually an elder vampire, but you were just awakened from torpor, and your powers are missing, kind of. Like, your powers are much weaker. But you basically, as you play the game and you learn more about the Thin Blood type of magic, there's something on you as a brand or a mark that is definitely blood sorcery of some sorts that pushes your powers down. But as you play the game, you gain the powers. That's how they basically headcanon explain the way in RPG games you gain power and levels. Very interesting. Hard blood is really interesting. What do you mean by hard blood? The drawbacks, not necessarily through the vampire power, but magic instead. Yep. So at that point, might as well just do magic. Actually, at that point, you should do magic. You do realize, besides in the World of Darkness, so in the World of Darkness, there's many interesting different things. And let's pause the game here because Jeff Bezos are collecting Bezos pesos again, because of course, you know how it goes. The Bezos bucks is needed. Jeff needs every you know, it's rockets are not gonna fire themselves, you know, shoot themselves to the stars, okay? But I'm doing my part, is what I mean. I'm doing my part, Jeff. Imagine being an elder vampire. Ooh, what is this sublime invention? My brother in Kane, this is a candle. Oh, and by the way, for the candle, you would have a total Rutschreck, right? The total absolute frenzy, because you are... Again, depending on how you play the TTRPG at your tables, but I love the TTRPG when there's even a weakness when you are extremely susceptible to fire, and even the light of a candle freaks you out. And you could literally lose control to your beast, and your beast is trying to survive and get as far away from the fire as possible, and you would just walk through walls. I love that. I love that idea. But yeah, that would be literally... I really hope that in the Bloodlines 2 game, they would try to do a good job of explaining that, like, yeah, there are like cell phones and stuff like this, and fire, as he or she or they are called in the game, the main protagonist in Bloodlines 2 coming up. So fire would be with a PH. It's written with a PH. I don't really like the name, to be honest, but I could live with it. It might be interesting. I don't know why they named the protagonist, to be honest, in this way. You could just name them as a player. I don't know why they They could just literally use AI to pronounce it for you, right? I would love that. I would love if games started to do that more. But yeah. So Fire, the main protagonist there, could actually marvel at the world, right? It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, I woke up in a wholly different age that I went to torpor in. So what cameras? And that they can document us, not just in writing in the Vatican. Like, what is going on? Second Inquisition? What are you talking about? We just burned their places back in the... Like, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Vamps have a special blood in their heart. It contains their curse and power. Consuming other vampires' hot blood increases the power as a vamp and can even gain generation. Oh my god, it's so weird that you are quoting the lore for the card game. Gain generations if you get enough for high power vamps. Get enough for high power vamps. Hard bloods doesn't generate. It's your share that's passed down from Cain. Okay, so in the Vampire the Masquerade lore, it's called as diablerie. When you consume the soul of another vampire. So you drain their blood and you also consume their soul, which is it's worse than final death. Because the soul is lost. Now, granted, it's a battle of will and a battle of willpower. Because sometimes a vampire gets consumed, but they are actually a stronger soul, so they takes over the whole the one who diablerized them, they takes over the vampire as a host. So they kind of live, and sometimes it's only partial, so they kind of like live in the new body, kind of, and they potentially influence their decisions, but maybe not quite. So it's very interesting. But yeah, in the main lore, it's not called hard blood. It's called just diablerie, of consuming thicker blooded vampires. And as you consume their souls, you pretty much like can gain power and go closer to Cain in the process, thickening your blood and gaining much more power. Also, diablerie is visible in your aura, so good luck hiding it. Oh yeah, exactly. Diablerie, if you commit those, like if you would be a thin blood, it's bad enough. If you would be a thin blood who is actually drinking, committing diablerie, whether you gain generations or not, whether you're thickening your blood or not, good luck. That would be a stain in your aura for quite a while. Yeah, you don't drink their blood, you drink their hard blood for diablerie in the card game. Yeah. It's interesting that they separated that. It's an interesting mechanic. I like to think it's just the vitae and the soul. So vitae is the vampire's blood, and the soul is consumed in the act of the diablerie. You can kill other vampires by just draining them, and you don't actively try to destroy them and assume their power. They just lose all their blood. They go into torpor, and in torpor they might go to final death, and that's it. And you don't risk them taking over your body. You don't risk staining your aura and gaining their power either, obviously. But that's interesting. They need to drink their heart for diablerie in the game. That's interesting. So you need to literally access the heart as the organ heart. Joining the thin blood conversation late, Razor. Welcome in. In V1, it was predicted a mechanic that the blood would thicken with time. Oh no, blood definitely thickens with time. Oh no, I know what you mean. Like as you go older, would be. And no, actually, that's still a thing. Like blood potency is still a thing in V5, I think. For example, vampires would get their blood potency 1 generation lower each 100 years. Oh, no, actually, yes. In V5, they have blood potency separate of generation. So your generation would be given, but you could gain blood potency as you age. So generation would kind of act like a cap on your powers, just to have, boss characters above you or lower than you in generation, closer to Cain. But you could still, with age, thicken your blood and hone your abilities and then gain potency over your abilities, which are basically extra dice, mechanic-wise, extra dice for your rolls and abilities, extra automatic successes, extra discipline use without the need for rouse checks if you don't quite need to rouse your blood too hard to achieve the same result, which is an interesting mechanic. V5 is a bit restry. What do you mean by restry? But yeah, V5 is bit split in the community, I feel like.
Stop! You! Just stay back. Keep your distance.
I am no harm.
Now who the hell are you? You involved in all this? Because I'm gonna radio this in, and SWAT will be all over this place.
I'm just a Hollywood actor, my guy. Look at me. This is just a mask.
Did I go with... I went with intimidation, right? Intimidate, persuasion. Okay, I went with intimidation.
Maybe I am. And maybe my fun isn't just over.
But interesting. What would my character do? I would think my character would still try persuasion, whether it works or not. I wouldn't be evil necessarily. I don't want to hurt him.
No. But if SWAT comes, they'll drive the gunman down here. You want that?
No. Well, I left my radio in a Caprice anyway.
Look, I'm just trying to escape. Is there another way out?
Yeah, okay. Alright, this way. This'll lead us up to the warehouse. We can maybe sneak out that way.
Hey, you better stay here. It is too dangerous for you, my lad.
Boom! Humanity gain. He did a skill check on you, bluff that he's the radio on him. Yeah, exactly. We rolled the dice against each other, basically, in the backside, right? Backside. In the background, we rolled the dice into it for each other. Has nothing to do with backsides, lovely people. This game has nothing to do with backside. Stop it. Get some help. I love this. By the way, the tutorial is funny. The tutorial is interesting in the game as well as it's also very good in explaining to you every single aspect, the stealth skills, stealth, combat, discipline use. You will see. It's very nice. Are you playing a male Malkavian? No, I'm playing a male Nosferatu. Oh Lord, he's throwing it back. Amen. I am very, very certain of my powers, alright? We are very confident in our abilities to show off. Mix it up? Oh yeah, no, male Nosferatu. Yeah. We are beautiful in the inside. I hope you have a clothing mod. No, we don't. No, we don't. Well, I don't know if the clan quest does the clan quest includes clothing? I think we might have some additional extra mods. I installed some extra stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. This version of the clan quest will be new for me. I have played the main game with unofficial patch, even with unofficial patch plus, so many times. I have never actually played the clan quest mod fully. Especially not with Nosferatu. So it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe. Nosferatu deformed appearance, Malkavian deformed mind.
Yeah, they are monsters in the inside, as opposed to us being monsters on the outside. But look how cuddly of a personality I'd have. Come on. I am a cuddle monster. Let's be honest.
They have color swaps for male Bruja. I love the third outfit. Oh, they do? Oh, nice. Wonders. Oh, that's me as a Fae. Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabbat's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna do the other one. My voice is still not alright. I still haven't fully healed. So I'm not gonna do the actual throat singing now. But hopefully we're gonna get back to throat singing very soon. Soon, okay? Ow. Ouch. Dr. Sparkle Pants. Dr. Sparkle Pants, thank you very much for the lovely, lovely. I love that emote combination as well, thank you. I've not tried other, but likely will have changes too. Oh, nice, nice. So the Bourgeois have some changes. But I got disappointed with my 4th outfit. Yeah, some of the outfit is not... you shouldn't even necessarily use the heavier outfit. You get like deductions from some of your abilities as well. I think dexterity is going lower. Please do not hurt yourself. I'm already dead. Oh, you mean like in... Oh. Thankfully, I'm not already dead in real life. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Sparkle Pants. I'm gonna listen. You are a doctor. We should listen to what you say. The more, the merrier. Undead. Fair enough. Fair enough. We are living our own life. Blood heal. Disciplines are your vampiric powers using the blood or vitae of a vampire. Cost a certain amount of blood from your blood pool to activate. This is so weird, 20. Yeah, this is 20th anniversary edition, basically. That happened before. Like, yeah. 20th anniversary edition happened a few years before this release, right? Back in 2000 something. This was released in 2004. And they were using blood pools and blood points in the current V5 edition. I kind of like the addition of hunger die. Like, you would just have hunger levels and the amount of that's more and more dangerous of frenzy and or critical failures. Very interesting, like compulsions from your blood. Very interesting mechanic. I think I love the new version of using powers much more than the blood points per se. I just love that more. Usually zombies, today vampires. Yeah, exactly. We are playing undead games. Really, let's be honest. It's not that much. -1 dexterity plus 3 armor. I just swap what lock picking. A swap with lock picking is needed. Yeah, but imagine lore wise. Imagine in like authenticity wise, in the game you would literally like get stopped at the door. Like, well, I couldn't barely move my fingers in these heavy gloves. Let me take all of my armor off. And then you dress up again for a different armor. Like lockpicking naked, that's over the top, okay? That's really uncalled for. Just indulge. Woo, take it off, baby. Exactly. Focus. I know it's hard to focus. Third outfit is also by -1 dex. Oh, there you go. I like having dexterity for the extra bashing defense, which is no, I've actually no extra dodging. What does dexterity as you? Dodging ability? And yes, dodging, right? So I like the dodging. We'll see. Yeah, another one is blood buff. Blood buff is another ability common to all vampires. Scroll the mouse wheel to select blood buff. Interesting. I think blood heal is fully new with the unofficial patch. Like originally, the blood heal is just automatically kind of happening. I don't think it, or is it? Is it in the game? I think it's an unofficial patch thing. Blood buff is there, that's for sure. Blood buff gives you a temporary bonus to all of your physical attributes. It is useful in a variety of situations, like picking a lock that would otherwise be too difficult. In Elysium areas where Elysium is a vampire's domain, where using disciplines and powers is absolutely prohibited unless you get caught. Well, unless you don't get caught. If you don't get caught, have you really used your VT at all? I mean, you know, it's debatable. So you can use blood buff by picking a lock only. To do that, first start picking the lock and activate the discipline while the picking of the lock is happening. Do I need to do this? Or can I save the blood? Ah, I have extra. So this should be okay. Ooh. So Nosferatu have 3 unique disciplines by default. Animalism, the supernatural control of nature. Opposite, vampiric invisibility. That's not quite. Mind magic is what I would call it. Potence, colossal vampiric strength, which is actually interesting. But we're not going to use any of these except for a little bit of obfuscation and a lot of animalism. There's a Sabbath guard up ahead. Use potence to kill him. Scroll the mouse text. But yeah, but you can also have it in here. Do we have potence here somewhere? You can get it here just to have it ready. Blood pack. I think if we just go blood pack, this is fine. I love that we have elder blood pack, which is like basically the health. You know, the power. In this game, you need to use a lot of these, which is interesting because I'm actually role playing a beggar type of character, so we like drinking bagged blood, like slightly half congealed stuff. And as a Nosferatu, that's pretty much true to kin as well. And we like drinking animals with this character as well. But I love that without that, the other clans are just basically you should drink the actual blood packs and blue blood packs and elder blood pack, which is like, you know, blue bloods, nobles and higher society members, and elders are literally vampire vitae, which is that's a little bit too iffy. But hey, I like the auto healing while feeding better as start. Yeah, I think so. It would be nice. Yeah, I like the idea of that you need to focus on it, which is again something that came up in V5 as well. That you actively use the ability to heal your wounds, and that in turn rousing your blood, which could make you more hungrier. But again, in that version, there's no blood points. There's like rousing the blood and using it. So you will be hungrier, will become hungrier, but it's not technically consuming the blood. I mean, yes and no. If you look at the outfit, they don't even make any sense. Removing dexterity, if anything. On male Bruja, outfit 2 is the one that could have a penalty. Oh yeah, based on how look. That's why I like it in games. Like even in this game, I think it will benefit really greatly from better itemization. We are going to use a firearm mod. We have some kind of firearm extension mod. Fingers crossed it's good. I have only tested the game after installation before the stream, 2 days ago or something, and I only saw the first weapon, which has a you know, the normal pistol had its own unique Colt name. That's Arsenal mode. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, I think it's called Arsenal mode. So I'm using that. I have no idea. I don't know about it. I just know it's good. I have never played it. So hopefully it's gonna be great. But other than that, I would love if there would be, maybe there are mods for armor as well, but I would love to have this game also an armor system. Like, you know, like in Morrowind, that you can have a pauldron, a chest armor, greaves, boots, helmet, stuff. Like, I would love that. Stealth kill have guitar sounds. Oh yeah, that's good. It's always good. I mean, XP also have guitar sounds, no? But it fits thematically going beast mode. Oh yeah, that's good. Come on, it's with the optional Camarilla Edition patch. I didn't like it much at first, but it grew on me. Oh yeah, that could be good. Camarilla Edition mod is also very good. There's 3, but we're not going to use them apart from on a whole lot if another. Peter, that's like half the powers. What do you mean half the powers? What do you mean? It's going beast mode? What do you mean? Alright, let's see what I wanted to do. Kind of wanted to do this, right? What did he say? I need potence, right? That's on number 7. How did you get up so fast?
I think they're clearing out. There's no need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here and come to an elevator around the way.
I wanted to eat this for so long. Mama Ponder's muffins. It's so amazing. It has some... I think it's cranberries. Give me, yeah. It's amazing muffins. And I think it has some cranberries. And I only spit out half of it, so that's fine. Razor said that I think that from a pure gameplay perspective, Potence has no synergy with Opposite and Animalism. Celerity would be better. I mean, it depends. It depends how you use it. Like, you can use Animalism to basically crowd control, and then you would use your Potence to absolutely hack them up with, chop them up with the axe, for example. And for Opposition, I would... stealth kills and stealth damage in general is very huge in the game already. So using Potence with that is overkill, but I like the idea of, in my head, that, you know, you would use Potence as the vampire and stealth attack. Of course you're gonna succeed. But yes, in pure gameplay terms, Are you sick in your stomach, or just your ear, nose, throat, lungs, brain, or face? Yeah, that area. Yeah. My stomach is still not back to perfectly healthy, to be honest, but I think this might be like a third infection. Like, you may never know. I'm literally herding petri dishes with lovely kids, so you know, it is what it is. This is adulting for us for now. You know what? I might make some cookies while leaving the stream on. I love cranberries. Besides, I completely agree. That's a great idea. Both of those. Leaving the stream on, thank you very much, as well as making cookies. I'm not as bloated anymore, so I can taste well, yeah. A little bit maybe, but no, not that much. I'm much better.
See you over there.
Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
I'm not there in 10 minutes. Call the president.
Oh, Razor, this is practically a challenge run, so wherever I can, I will use guns. And I know in the game, practically melee is overpowered. Melee is the way to go. If you play the game, also in terms of purging vampires, although silver bullets, shotgun blast to the face, really. Ripping tissues apart is good enough, you know. Fairly hard to be vampiring without a head. And opposite, I avoid guns. Oh no, I absolutely avoided guns. The reason we are playing guns now, because I have always avoided guns. And that's it. I have always avoided guns in the game. There was practically one sequence in the game for which I like to use guns. Everything else, I just always use melee or fists. With the Protean, you know, with Gangrel, you can just rip them apart with aggravated damage causing claws, supernatural claws. That's amazing. I love that. And now I wanted to do especially with Nosferatu, we're not going to use Opposite too. We're going to use Opposite. Potence, not so much. Maybe sometimes if we really need to. But basically Opposite a little bit. And Animalism. But Animalism is kind of ranged powers. And I'm also going to use ranged weapons. We'll see. I wonder how much an in real life silver bullet would cost. I wonder how much actual silver you need in that. How much actual silver you need in the alloy to be bad against werewolves. By the way, vampires don't care much for silver, so it's like meh. There could be you can like, it depends on the vampire. I think even the lore book, in the rule book, that is, you can get like a disadvantage. You know, there's like some pluses and minuses. You can get advantages, disadvantages, basically pros and cons on your character as extra. Similar to how Project Zomboid character builds work. You know, you can get a lot of negative stuff to get some positive stuff. And I think one of the negative stuff is aversion to silver. Then you get more damage if you damage by silver-edged weapons or silver bullets. But in general, vampires don't care about silver. Now the werewolves, though, they don't like silver. But I wonder how much silver they don't like. Just get garlic. Garlic is nice and cheap. Garlic is a folklore. Garlic bullets. Yeah, garlic is what vampires made you believe that is good against them so that you can try. But I think garlic aversion is also a trait that you can get, I think. So yeah, in this universe, garlic is nothing. Even crosses are very good for fitting it up to certain priests' arses. So it's like not that much. If you are charged with true faith, actual faith, unwavering faith in the Lord, now that's dangerous for vampires. But there are surprisingly less and little amount of people who actually have faith that way. Most of them would be that meh. Wouldn't really hurt about it. But holy water, if it's actually holy water, that sucks, man. Yeah, that burns. That burns. Right, opposite is the power of vampiric invisibility. No, it's not. It's just one of the uses, but okay, in the game it is. You must be out of sight when you activate the discipline. Yeah. With level 1 opposite, you will have to be crouched and motionless to stay invisible. But you know, you have to be out of sight in the game, because, not just in games, but in the tabletop game, because if you the other person already registered you being there, you would need to be extra powerful to disappear from there and alter their mind and perception. Now, if you are not there and then you walk inside, with that you are altering their minds of, they just simply don't notice you, as if you are not there, but you are not technically invisible. There's a guard up ahead. Use Obfuscate to sneak past him. Scroll the mouse wheel to select Obfuscate and use the power. And funnily enough, the first level of Obfuscate, we can just stay invisible, standing still. As soon as you move, you become visible. Yeah, remember you only have Obfuscate 1. And I love it when if you have higher level Obfuscate, because you can start the game with one of the disciplines at level 2, then the tutorial would tell you a different thing about level 2. Okay, let's see. Oops. I thought we are still in time. What do you mean move? I'm literally pressing Obfuscate all over the place. Why am I not? Razor Unchained says, sort of random question, but do you know the game Def Jam FFNY? No, I don't think so. It sounds familiar. What does the FFNY stand for? Why can't I fucking... I'm not here. I am not even here, my friend. I'm not here. Was that Fight for New York? New York. Yeah, New York is like the land of the unicorns. New York. Nay sounded better. I agree, Saintfield. Kobe says, Fight for New York, great game. Oh, is it good? Welcome back, Kobe. It's great to have you still. Like I type in an accent or something. Yeah, a unicorn accent. So, animalism. Animalism is the mystical vampiric power that controls nature and the beast within. Animalism is because every animal has their own beast. They are beasts, right? Now vampires have an even bigger one, a monster in them. Targeted discipline. Both a passive and a targeted one, it depends on the level. The effect and its length varies with each level. Some use of animalism is a masquerade violation if you are seen activating it. It's a targeted discipline, so the higher levels won't show up on the mouse wheel. What do you mean? You have to link them to hotkey. That's not true. It actually shows up on the mouse wheel. I don't know why they say that. But yes, you should and you can link them on a mouse on this as well. There are 2 Sabbath vampires up ahead. Use animalism to kill them. You have level 2 animalism, known as Song of Serenity. Scroll the mouse wheel to select Song of Serenity, place your cursor over one of the vampires, and use the power key to activate the discipline. Song of Serenity calms both human and animal alike, making them lose their will to fight. This discipline has even been known to affect weaker supernaturals. Use Song of Serenity and kill the guards ahead. Alright. Hey, what? My god, it's faster than me. I was defending myself. How can I defend? I was defending. I am not defending? Am I not defending? That's a defense. There's see? There's like a movement for defense. Been here the whole time just playing some KCD at the same time? Nobody's. That's a lovely choice as well. We should go back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as well. I have so many things to do in the game. When you pick up an object and throw it, you will see the use icon. I love this. I remember I loved this back in the day. You are defending with the thick head of yours. No, like there's like a defense button, and we hold up the iron on the side. Like, how would you defend yourself with the iron on the side? So yeah, we are pretty much just defending with our head. But yeah, I remember that working before. Like there's a and it's actually weird because the defense is usually the right click, or the block is usually right click with other games. But right click is simply used by default here, and tab is the defense. But it still works. Like you can see, we are like this. Tab is like this. Maybe with this weapon we can't properly block. I don't know. What? What do you mean? Huh? Why is he coming here? Huh? Doesn't make any sense. You know what, my guy? Let's put them out of that misery.
Fucking humans. Gangbangers. vampires protecting their turf. Oh, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
But there are Sabbath vampires here, so yeah. Thankfully, not all of them are Sabbath vampires, though. What's next?
They've probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots in it will take down a human.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped.
Whoa, wait. Useless against kindred?
Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you.
Alright.
Head up and clear out what's left of them. Them running their mouths about any of this. I'm gonna make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
Yeah, the 22 cal. I think Jack just doesn't consider 22 cal a pistol. Yep, 38 is a pea shooter. Head up and clear what's left of them. Okay. Alrighty. Just given a 38 revolver. Good stuff. Range combat is the combination of that. That's cool. And tab is the fire mode change key, yeah? Attack mode key. Okay, cool.
Go on up. I'll meet you.
Conveniently located. Wow. Whoa! Bullseye. Don't go far. What happened? I'm an Nosferatu, vid animalism, whatever. What is happening? Oh my! I need to activate this in order to get more blood. Alright then. Good to freaking know. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, it's they say that's what where is it? Animalism, yeah. Look at this. It does not cost blood to use. And they even say passive, no? They don't say passive. Okay, they don't actually say passive. So we need to use it, it just doesn't cost blood to use. But yeah, we need to basically activate it in order for us to use the... Seven and 8. 7. I don't know, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, we have it in succulents, which is fine. I guess we're gonna suit blood heal here. And animalism with succulents here. Serenity, unarmed. Can be water pipe, it's fine. Ranged weapons. Good stuff. I think the over like guns are so much more beautiful than semi-automatics. They are very interesting, aren't they? I like them too. I love semi-automatics in real life much more, but they are indeed wonderful weapons. What was that? What was that? It's a fight game. Very unique. Fight for New York stands for Fight for New York. I asked you because the game also came out in 2024 and I consider that a prequel story for my Bruja character. Oh nice, a prequel story for the Bruja. Did you mean to say 2004 or 2024?
Where you going, man?
Sorry, my guys. I'm so sorry, my guys. They still got me, though. They still got me. Here I was thinking that you meant 2004. Nice. Oh, really? 5 for New York. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever played it. What is it only on PC? Is it mainly a console game? What is it? And it's a fighting game? We can check it out. That's pretty much your origin story. Interesting. Alright, Jack, let's go.
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
That's it.
Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin and all that, and so on and so on and so on.
It's console only, alright. What did it came out on then? PS2? Oh my god, I'm freaking cables. I'm already getting a headache.
Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity.
The Anarch Free State of Los Angeles, and look at that now. Prince Sebastian Lacroix. Is it Lacroix or Lacroix? I would say Lacroix, no?
PS2 Gen, I have some clips about it, but it didn't save the words. Ooh! Didn't upload them to YouTube? It's very nice to just upload your words to YouTube. Like, you can just link your YouTube account, and it's basically just a click of a button to export your words before they expire on Twitch. Cookies are in the oven, says Visayasai. That's great.
Oh, boy. I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but... ah, hell, you'll figure it all out.
Will I? I will. But I would like to keep the gun. Is there a way to keep the gun, Jack?
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
That's the stuff that'll kill ya.
I'd say it like that too, yeah, what is... Lacroix? I think they say Lacroix. They say Lacroix in the game because it's like American accent, right? But in French, it would be Lacroix. Like the O-I next to each other in French, it's pronounced Oa. French language actually has fairly simple pronunciation rules. That's not a lot of people know that. Like if you learn a set of like 8-10 rules of how to pronounce things, apart from the basic Latin letters, whatever, then you can read French text with fairly accurate pronunciation. I mean, of course, it is practice because there's some things that are different, especially compared to English. But it's very interesting. I feel like Rockwell is lying. French vampire with that accent? Sure. Is he saying his own name? I don't think he's ever saying his own name. Always others referring to him, no? I don't think he introduces himself to anyone. He doesn't need to, he's the freaking prince. So I don't think he says his own name. Although he's lying, that's for sure. I agree with you there.
Linstracoa is arranged to use a Camarilla safe house. And lovely people, one of the favorite things of mine in this game. Absolutely true. Can confirm as a Canadian that had to learn French in school. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's very nice. The first thing I've learned in French, back in high school as well, is that I've learned these rules, and then from then on I had literally zero idea what I'm reading. Mostly I do it to this day. I don't speak. I only speak a very little French. Je parle un peu, juste un peu. Je parle juste un peu French, français. Juste un peu français. So I speak very little. I can understand some. I think I can understand more than I can speak. That's for sure. But that's natural with languages. And I should get back to it, to be honest. I should learn French. But I remember that I could read all the text. And I still can, kinda. I need to refresh myself on the rules, but I still can read almost everything in French fairly nicely. It's just I have zero idea what I'm saying. Didn't say the words on purpose, they were terrible. My PC performance were really bad when streaming that. Oh, really?